that is Vineland Social Maturity Scale. So that is the second edition, and it is named as VABS, that is Vineland Adaptive Behavior Scale, and we are doing the second edition of it. Am I clear? Am I audible to all?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So are you all aware of VSMS, Vineland Social Maturity Scale?
Question answer ചെയ്തേ. അല്ല വേണ്ട. ഞാൻ അതിലത്തെ കുറച്ച് എഴുതിപ്പിക്കാം. എഴുതി കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് നമുക്ക് ആൻസർ ചെയ്യാം.
Okay. So Vineland Social Maturity Scale generally is to know the adaptive behavior in the child, right? So that's why we do VABs. Let me know whether the PPT that I've placed is visible to all or no.
First one.
Yes.
Yeah. So in today's class, we are learning VABs, that is Vineland Adaptive Behavior Scale, second edition. So the authors are Sarah Sparrow, Dominic, and David Bala, and it is published by Pearson in 2008. Okay. And the Vineland 2 is a measure of adaptive behavior, and this is available in 3 versions, that is 2 survey forms, survey interview, survey parent, and the expanded interview form and the teacher rating form. Okay. The expanded version offers more comprehensive questions. The Vineland 2 assess adaptive behavior skill in 4 domains, that is communication, daily living skills, socialization, motor skill, and it also includes maladaptive skills. So what is maladaptive skills? We all know it's a problematic behaviors. Yeah. So problematic behavior, if you know the child is having problematic behavior, that time you can do maladaptive skills. So it is always an optional part in this. It is not a necessary part to get the adaptive behavior composite. So most importantly things are communication, daily living skills, socialization, and motor skills. So motor skill is also important if the child is till 7 years of age. And after that, it becomes an optional part. It's up to you whether you want to do motor skills or you want to skip it. Because generally we say most of the motor skills are developed in children by the age of 7 years. But if the child is a case of severe disability, that time you can consider doing motor skills also. Are you all clear with this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is the structure of VABS 2 from age till 6 years. To get the adaptive behavior composite, you have to do communication domain, daily living skill domain, socialization domain, and motor skill domain. So all these 4 domains are necessary at that time to get the adaptive behavior composite. But from age 7 till age 90, to get the adaptive behavior composite, 3 domains are important. This is what I've just told you, that motor skill domain becomes optional at that time because it says most of the skills are developed by age 7. So what are the important things to consider at that time is the communication domain, daily living skills, and socialization. Am I clear with this?
Picture.
Okay. Now, these are certain domains and subdomains. So like for a domain communication, these are subdomains like receptive, expressive, and written. For daily living skills, what are the subdomains? It is personal, domestic, and community. For socialization, what all domains are there is interpersonal relationship, play and leisure, and coping skills. For motor skills, it is an optional part, and what are the subdomains is fine motor and gross motor. Maladaptive behavior is again an optional part that I told you. If the child is having problematic behavior, at that time you can do maladaptive behavior. In this, the further categories are internalizing and externalizing. So I know most of you are already know about internalizing behaviors and externalizing behaviors. Internalizing is that is within self. The other person cannot see, but the externalizing is the other person can see. Like if we talk about hyperactivity, the other person can see those behaviors, right? Aggression, the other person can see that thing. Okay. So the age range on which the adaptive behavior is applicable is from age till 90 years of age. You can use this test VABS 2. Okay. And in this, we are learning parent caregiver rating form. That's the most popular one we are doing, parent caregiver rating form. Yeah. So important points for administration is what form you want to select and selecting the respondent who is the best person who can give the responses about the child. So it is anyone who spends 90% of his time with the child. You will select that as a respondent because he is the person who knows best about the child. Because sometimes, as I told you, parents will say they are going to office, maybe most of the time is spent by dadi or nani, and they'll say हाँ कर ही लेता होगा, I don't know exactly, हाँ मैम कर लेगा, this item seems to be very easy, जरूर कर लेगा, इसके उम्र के ज्यादातर बच्चे कर लेते हैं ये सब चीज तो. So they will not give you the true responses. You have to fetch responses for somebody from somebody who spends 90% of his time with the child. So points that you need to emphasize to the respondent when you are doing this form is there are no right and wrong answers to the question. And respondent should describe what the individual is actually doing, not what he is capable of doing. हाँ कर ही लेगा, वी आर नॉट रिलाइंग ऑन दैट, यू आर रिलाइंग ऑन क्या करता है अभी, what he is doing presently. Am I clear? So you have to make this thing very clear to the parent as well. Okay, give me a minute.
കാണുന്നില്ലേ? ഹലോ മെഹദി, ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ഇല്ലേ താഴെ? ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ കൊടുത്തിട്ടില്ലേ? ആ കിട്ടി കിട്ടി കിട്ടി. ആ താഴെ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ കൊടുത്തിട്ടില്ലേ? ആണോ? ഓക്കെ, താഴെ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ കൊടുത്തിട്ടില്ലേ?
Okay, so I was talking about what you have to tell, what points you have to emphasize to the respondent when you are doing VAPs. Am I clear about these important things?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. So first and foremost, you will ask parents what is the date of birth of the child, and you will compute what is the day, what is the age of the child on the date of testing by entering the child's date of birth, and here you will enter today's date, and it will automatically calculate the age of the child on the date of testing. You don't have to put yourself into manual calculations. For this, what we have used is we have used the Pearson age calculator, right?
ഒരു റാ
It
പോലത്തെ
is for the computation part.
ആ ഷേപ്പ്
Then, when you are giving this form to the parent, you have to determine the starting points. So the examiner should mark the starting point for each subdomain before giving the form to the respondent. The starting point for each subdomain is usually based on chronological age, and do not round up the chronological age while determining the starting point. This will make you clear what it is saying, how you have to determine the starting point.
എഴുതിയോ?
Wait. So I'll show you the form first. You know, it is almost 25-page form.
ആൻസർ ഉണ്ടല്ലോ.
If you give the 25-page form to the parent, maybe parent might not be able to fill that form completely,
ആ
or they may not understand also, right? So whatever part they have to do, you will mark those parts, right? Because I'm telling you, it is from birth to 90 years. So all the ages or all the items may not be applicable for their child, right? So from where they have to begin and from till where they have to do, you will mark those items. So let's see the checklist first. That's the VAPS form. Is it visible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is parent caregiver rating form as it is written here. So suppose a child has come to you whose age is 6 years. Yeah.
എഴുതിയോ?
So to that child, what you will do, so if you are doing listening and understanding, you will cut all these part. It is for start ages 5 plus. I told you the child age is 6 years. So from here, the parent will start doing it. So before items, you will cut them. This will be applicable for all the other subdomains also. You will cut those parts and you will see what is the start age. So start age is mentioned. If the child is coming to you from 3 years, so the start age will be the item number 1. Am I clear about this or no?
Yes, ma'am.
What about others?
അത് അവര് എന്തുകൊണ്ടാണ്
Yes,
ഉണ്ടാക്കുന്നത്?
ma'am.
Madam,
റെയിൻബോസിന്റെ
do we
Yeah.
need to
ലുക്കിലാണ്
continue
And
with
you
the
know,
other part?
റെയിൻബോയുടെ
When
ലുക്ക്
you start,
എന്താണെന്നുള്ളത്?
madam, you start with the 3 years of 0 to 4, and the child is only 3 years. So you have to continue with the 5 plus also, or 0 to 4 is enough for them.
start
For
with
a child
5
of 3
plus, you
years
will
of age.
start with 3, no?
No, child is 3 years of
അല്ലല്ല
age. So you have to
റെയിൻബോസ്
start from
എങ്ങനെയാണ്
0 to 4.
കാണാൻ?
And you will continue
അതെങ്ങനെ
with the 5 plus
കാണാൻ?
also, or you
Yeah.
have to stop with the 0 to 4 alone.
No, you will continue doing this checklist till the time you are getting a ceiling point. So we will come to that, how to establish the ceiling point and the basal points.
They look like what?
Ceiling
Okay.
point is when you get 4 consecutive scores of 0, you will stop that.
Arcs. They look
Oh,
like
okay.
colorful
Okay.
arcs.
Yeah. Okay.
Ah,
Because sometimes children are like, they are able to do like 5 plus items also. It depends upon the exposure and the learning environment, right? Sometimes. Correct?
Correct.
madam,
Correct. Understood.
ഒരെണ്ണം
Understood.
ചെയ്യാവേ?
Thank you.
Yeah. So that's about item score. You will give or highlight on point 2 if the child usually or habitually occurs without help. If the child is doing that usually or habitually without help. 1, the child performs sometimes without help or reminders. 0, the child has never performed that particular item without help. So like this, you are scoring the items on the basis of 2, 1 and 0. So that's the scoring that you'll be using. Okay. So these are the optional parts of the form. Strike off the parts that you don't want the parents to fill.
Shine.
That I've told you, first is the starting point. So before that part that you don't want the parent should be filling that, you will cut that part. So if you want, the parent should not do the maladaptive behavior, because maybe the child is not having any problem behavior, or you don't want to do the problem behavior, you only want to see the ABC, that is adaptive behavior composite. So you will strike that maladaptive behavior part also. In case the child is like 9 year or 10 year, I told you after 7 year, motor skill is an optional part. So you will strike that part also, that you don't have to do the motor skill part, cut that part. Coming to writing skills, before 3 years before 3 years, you won't see the writing skills are there in child. So if the child is coming to you whose age is 2 years, 2 plus, so you can cut out the writing skill part also. So that's how, if you see, the items will be reduced. The parent will be ready to fill that form. Right or no?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay.
What, which, when.
So now, computing the raw scores, you have to identify the basal and the ceiling item. So what is basal and ceiling rules? So basal is 4 consecutive scores of 2. The basal item will become the highest item in the set of 4 scores of 2. And the ceiling is 4 consecutive scores of 0. The ceiling item will be the lowest item in the set of 4 scores of 0. So let's understand this thing more in detail. So suppose a child has come to you whose age is, let's say, 6. So the starting age you have determined is this, item number 8. So here when you are asking, so first 4 item were score of 2. So you got the basal. That's the basal. When you are getting in the set of 4, you are getting score of 2 in all 4 items. Right? Let's see again. 4 consecutive scores of 2. That's the basal. And what is the basal item? Is the highest item in the set 4 scores of 2. So the basal item here has become 11th. And what is the ceiling item? See, here you get the 4 consecutive scores of 0. You will stop. And the basal item is item number 16, because after that all the items were 0. Am I clear? Here, when you are considering the basal item, you will consider the highest item. Highest. And here you will consider the lowest item. After that, all are 0. Are you clear with this? How to establish the ceiling and the basal?
Can you explain one more time?
See, when you are getting 4 consecutive scores of 2, after this you have got 1. So you reached your basal. Basal item is, see, even like we have not done the previous items, these items from 1 to 7. But here, when you have done item number 8, 9, 10, 11, all the items are getting score of 2. So what we do, we give the score for the preceding items even without administering them.
Okay.
Yeah, because if child can do this, definitely he has passed all these items. Right or no? They are developmentally arranged, no?
Yes.
Yeah?
അതല്ല
Yeah.
Okay.
when you see a rainbow എപ്പോഴാണ് റെയിൻബോ കാണാൻ പറ്റുക എന്നുള്ളത്.
So now these are some exceptions. If basal is not established, you will consider item number 1 of the subdomain as basal. So suppose in this case, in this you have got 2, here you have got 1, here 2, 1, 1, 1, again 2. So basal has not established in this case. What you will do at that time, you will consider item number 1 as basal. Am I clear about this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah. And if ceiling is not established, you are not getting consecutive scores of 0. Sometime 1, sometime 2, sometime 0. So that time you will consider the last item of that subdomain as ceiling. Are you all clear with these exceptions that I have told you?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you give example of ceiling? If ceiling is not formed, then what to
Okay,
consider?
last item of that subdomain.
Okay.
I'll give you one example using the VAPS form. So let's see, it is a VAPS form with you. And we have started with this 5 plus. So I am taking the example here. The child can do this, do this, do this, do this, then 1, 2. I'm randomly doing. So you have not got any ceiling in this case, no? So you will consider item number 20 as ceiling.
Okay.
Right?
And 11 as basal.
11 as basal, because basal has established. Right, Suresh?
Okay, madam.
Yeah.
What happens if basal is not established? How will you do that? Can you explain that?
So
one
let's
also with
consider
example?
one more. Let's consider one more sample.
അടുത്തത്
I'll talk about talking now. So let's say the child that has come to you is again 6 plus. So we will start with item number 25. Right? So here it is. So do you think basal has established in this case?
No.
No.
So you will consider item number 1 as basal.
why do people like rainbows?
You will consider 1 or
Item number
24 as
1.
basal.
എന്തുകൊണ്ടാണ്
What?
ആൾക്കാർക്ക് റെയിൻബോ ഇഷ്ടം?
Not
1 or
24.
20
Item number 1. Item number 1 as
first one.
basal from talking.
The very first one. Very first one.
The very first item of that subdomain. The subdomain is talking, no?
Okay.
Yeah, so you will consider item number 1 as basal here because you have not established the basal.
Madam, I have a doubt there.
അതൊക്കെ
Yeah.
So
ശരിയാണ്.
your
പക്ഷേ എന്തുകൊണ്ടാണ്
your child's
ആൾക്കാർക്ക്
age is 6
rainbow
years. So
ഇഷ്ടപ്പെടാനുള്ള
you chose
കാരണം?
the 1
Why
plus
do
5
people
plus.
like rainbows?
Okay.
The child age is how much?
6 years.
16.
6, 6. 0, 6. 6.
The figure of 6. Okay, so where to start at that time? You have to start from this item number 25.
25. Okay. So you haven't done anything up to 24 for that child. You simply
Because
started
it
with
says
item
why
25.
we do this. No, you don't have to do prior items if the basal is established. So if here first 4 items you are getting score of 2. So you have established the basal and you are saying the previous item, even if you don't administer that, the child will get the total score.
Madam, that
That
is
is
where I have
24
doubt. I
into
have the doubt.
2.
I have the doubt. That is where I have the doubt. So my child's age is 6 years,
Yeah.
and I started with the 25 items, and I am unable to establish the basal. So is it
Yeah.
needed that I do the first 24 items and establish the basal, or to go to one as the
നമുക്ക്
basal?
കുറേ ആൻസേഴ്സ് എഴുതാം ഒരു ആൻസർ
That's how it's written in the manual. You have to follow this way only.
ഇതൊരു ആൻസർ ആയിട്ട് എഴുതാം പിന്നെ
So it simply means that if the child is not having basal from 25 onwards, you have to go to one as the basal, not as anything between 1 and 24 as basal.
rainbows bring good luck.
See, you are saying after 25 the child couldn't do anything.
കാര്യങ്ങൾ നമുക്ക് അതിന്റെ ആൻസർ ആയിട്ട്
No,
എഴുതാം.
no, my child's age is 6 years, so I have to start with 25 as the rule.
Yeah, you have to start with 25 as a rule because you have to start with the starting ages.
Starting age is there. So problem is
Yeah.
that I cannot establish basal there in that category.
Yeah, see, that's the formula you have to apply. That is why you are doing that. You are considering item number 1 as the basal. Because you have to consider item before basal. I'll show you that box. Item before
Okay,
basal, when you are considering item number 1 as a basal, item before basal will become 0. So 0 into 2 is
Madam,
0.
my
You
doubt
will
is
count
the
how
fact
many
that-
2s and 1s you have got, Suresh.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
So
my
that's
doubt is
how.
regarding establishing the basal.
Yeah.
In that case. So when we start with 25, we presume that the child is able to hold the points up to 24. Isn't that? When you
If the
start for
basal is established, right? So child can do all those 24 items, right?
all the to 24, right? Then why you want to place the basal to 1 rather than doing the 0 to 20, 1 to 24 and establishing a basal in between if possible?
No, I didn't get you, Suresh.
No, madam. I have started with 25 and I am not getting a
Wait,
basal
let me
there.
place that form again for you and then you can tell me.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So you're saying the child is 6 year.
Child is 6 years. I am expected to start with the item number 25. Okay.
You are expected to start from item number 25, right?
25.
Now,
I started with item number 25, but I could not establish a basal in that category. From 25 onwards, I could not, from going forward, I cannot establish a basal.
so let's say, let's consider, no, let's take it as a responses. Can your child tell you the correct age when asked? So let's say 2, or you want to
2.
put 0? He cannot say that. 2. Can he says at
Cannot
least 100
say.
recognizable words?
No.
He cannot say, so you want to put 0 or 1?
0.
0. What about uses in, on, under in phrases or sentences? Ball, go under the chair, put it on the table. Here again, we will use age, we will use the appropriate language. Maybe English is not the language here, what we are using, but we know here they are asking about the spatial concepts.
1. That is 1.
So it is 1. Okay. Uses and in phrase or sentence, mom and dad, I want ice cream and cake.
1.
1, let's say. Says first name and the last name when asked.
2.
2. So like this, you will continue doing this, and you know the basal has not established.
Not established.
Yeah,
My
you
question
will
is there,
continue
madam.
doing this. No,
I
let's
will
complete doing
continue
this.
forward.
Yeah.
Till I may get it sometime later. Okay, but maybe we'll do that. But the issue is not that. I am not able to establish the basal from 25 moving forwards. In that case, we,
Okay.
according to the norms given, 1 will become the basal.
Yeah, 1 will become the basal.
My question lies in the fact that we presume that on starting with 25, we presume that the child is possibly able to do from 1 to 24.
Yeah.
Isn't it? We
Good
had the
point what you
presumption
are
that
saying, but
6-year-old
yeah,
child
see,
is probably able
I
to do.
understand, Suresh, what you are saying, but we have to go according to the norms, know what is written in the manual.
So norms say that you should go to 1. Is it?
Yeah,
Is
the
it like
norms
that?
are saying you should go to 1. That is why I've written it as an exception.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, I understood. Anyway, we have to go by the norms only. But my point
Yeah,
is that
it is by the norms.
even
I am not making that. No. So it is saying clearly if no basal is established, you have to consider item number one of that subdomain as a basal.
okay, madam. Okay,
Yeah. So these are the lines from the
okay,
manual only.
okay, madam. Okay. I
Yeah.
want to get more clarity. That's why I asked you.
Yeah, I understood and I got your point too. But again, we have to go as per what they have and how they have prepared the norms and all.
Okay, madam.
Right? Yeah.
Okay. Line
Okay.
diagram.
So for computing the raw score, you have to compute the number of points below the basal. See, if when the child is doing this, when you are doing this checklist with the parent, and in that particular subdomain, you see that there are some missing items. The parent have not filled those items, or maybe by mistakenly they have missed those, or in some they are saying don't know about that. So for that particular subdomain, if it is more than two, then you cannot score for that subdomain. You need to get more responses to get the filling missing information done. So you can call the parents again and you try to fill up those missing information. Am I clear about this or no?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So in simple terms, in one subdomain, parent has said this is I don't know, and one or two he has missed the item. So definitely, if there are missing items and some are don't know, you cannot score that particular subdomain because you have not got the sufficient information about that subdomain. Right?
ശരിക്കും ഒരെണ്ണം കൂടെ ഉണ്ട് ഡിഫറൻസ്.
Okay. So here, when you are computing, see, this is what Suresh I was explaining you. When you are doing calculations, so here you have to write item before the basal. So you remember the basal item was 11
Okay.
when I was showing you that sample. So item before basal is what? Item number 10. So then you are
Yes.
giving the maximum score of 2 for all these items from 1 to 10. So that is 20.
Okay.
Then you have no missing items or no don't know items, so it is 0. Then you will count how many twos and ones you have got. So you will write that and then adding that will be the receptive raw score. So this is how we have to follow. I think now
Yes,
it is
madam.
making sense for you, right?
Yes, madam.
Yeah. Okay. So for interpretation, these are the steps that we have to follow. So let's do one by one. See,
Madam, can you
this
go
is
back
what
to the
I've
page
told
once again?
you.
Previous slide. Previous slide. Can you go back? That where we computed that value.
This one, no?
Madam, when you're calculating the item, the other one, next one. That just the previous one.
The previous one is this only.
That calculation page you had. Okay. The item before basal, it's in that subdomain, it becomes 1. What is we have to put there?
When it becomes 1, so you will write 0. Item before
0.
basal is 0. So 0 into 2 is 0.
Okay.
You will see how many twos and ones you have got when you were doing from item number 25. In that case. So you'll count
Okay,
how many
madam.
twos and ones you have got. You will write that sum over here and you will write that raw score. Right? So that's
Okay,
how you
madam.
have to follow that.
Okay. Okay, I got it. Okay, thank you.
Okay. So here, what all steps we have to follow? Again, you have to do the domains and the subdomains. So you have to write the item before basal. Into 2, how many DKs and don't knows have sum of twos and ones, and you will write the raw scores for all of them. Like here in this case, it is receptive raw score is 23. For expressive, it is 79. For written raw score, it is 13. So you have to follow like this. So let's have a quick peek into the form and then we'll talk about the scoring, right? So that you are at least aware what all things are there in that form. So this is the form that we are filling. So let's begin with the starting. So you'll fill the demographic details about the child and all. And like All these things I've already told you. When to give score of 2, usually performs the behavior without help or reminders when it is needed, or perform the behavior at a younger age but now has outgrown it. One is sometimes or partially sometimes perform the behavior without help or reminders when it is needed, or sometimes does it without help but sometimes needs help, sometimes does it without help but needs reminders, or performs part of the behavior without help or reminders. So that's how you can score it, the score of 1. 0 says never performs the behavior without help or reminders, never performs the behavior because he or she is unable, never performs the behavior because he or she is too young for that, never performs the behavior because he or she is not allowed to, never performs the behavior because he or she has a physical disability that prevents the behavior. So based on this, we are doing this. So that's communication. First, we are doing communication is a domain, right? It's a domain, and the subdomain here first is listening and understanding. Then you have got talking, that is your expressive. Earlier it was receptive. And then you have got writing part. So this is reading and writing in communication. Then you have got daily living. So first is caring for self. Then you have got caring for home. Then you have got caring for community, living in the community. So after this, we have got another domain, that is social skills and relationship. First is relating to others, playing and using leisure time, then adapting. Then you have got physical activity using large muscles. So here you are talking about motor skills. So first it is using large muscles and then using small muscles, that is your fine motors. And then we have got problem behavior. So it is to look at the maladaptive behaviors, right? So these are all maladaptive behaviors, and this is the subdomain and domain score. And what I was showing you is this page. So where first you have to do this. So what is the item before basal for receptive Ross score, for receptive into 2, how many decays and missing items are there, sum of 2s and 1s, and you'll write the raw scores for all these subdomains. Are you all clear with the structure?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
So missing item,
Now
you need
coming
to go
back to
back
the
and collect
PPT.
the data once again.
Yeah, you have to collect the data once again. Yes, definitely. Because otherwise you cannot score that subdomain.
Or you simply
Other
put zero
subdomain you
for
can
that.
do if
So
there
they are
are,
under, or you simply put zero
if
for
more
that.
than 2, if more than 2, 2 or more.
Okay.
Okay. So this particular page is clear how to do this. Item before basal into 2, sums of 2s and 1s. Yeah. And that's your raw score for that particular subdomain. So let's do
Ma'am,
one
I have a
sample also.
question.
Yes, Anjali.
Ma'am, in the raw score part, the sum of twos and ones, so we have to add the number of items of two and number of items of one, or we have to just add like how many twos we have circled and then add all the twos. Is it like that?
That is what I'm saying. What is I'm saying is let's do one sample. It will be clear. So suppose we are doing living in community. I've randomly took this. So suppose the age of the child is 6 years. So again, that's a case that you have got. Okay, the moment I'll shift this, all the circles will go. So in this basal has been established.
Yes, ma'am.
So what is the
Yes,
basal
ma'am.
item?
1.
What is the basal item here? Why 1? The basal item is 5 because
5. Yes.
5 is the
Yes, ma'am.
highest item, no? Where you before that
Yes,
you are
ma'am.
getting all the items that are 2. So the 5 is the basal item, and the item the item before basal is 4. So you will do 4 into 2. that is 8.
found
After this, you will see how many 2s and 1s you have got. 2, 3, 4, 5. So like this, you will continue adding all the 2s and 1s. Now it's clear, Anjali?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, it's
ഡിക്ഷണറി
clear.
ഉണ്ടോ വീട്ടില്?
Yeah.
ഡിക്ഷണറി ഉണ്ടോ? ഡിക്ഷണറി ഉണ്ടോ വീട്ടില്? ഓക്കെ, അപ്പൊ അത് ഫോണില് ഡിക്ഷണറി കിട്ടുമല്ലോ നമുക്ക്.
Okay.
ഫോണിൽ നോക്കി കണ്ടുപിടിക്കാം.
So once you have done this, now you have to enter those raw scores into this page. That is subdomain and domain scores. So like I have shown you, no, receptive score was 23, expressive was 79, written was 13. So all these raw scores you were entering into this page. This step is clear?
പറയുന്ന എഴുതിക്കോ.
Then the next step is you have to look at V scale score. And for this, you have to use table number B.1. So in this form, it is not that clear. But if you see the form that I have shown you,
സീക്ക്
on that form, it will be clear and it will be visible also. And that will give you the direction that what appendix you have to follow from the manual.
സീക്ക്
See, I was showing you this page. V scale score table B.1. Domain standard score table B.2. So it is written clearly, right? What table from appendix you have to follow. Are you all clear with this?
ഷീറ്റ്
Yes, ma'am.
ഷീറ്റ്
I can see only Pooja, so I ask Pooja only. Pooja, you are clear with this?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So
Yes.
this is little technical. So after this, see, you got the raw scores. Now you want V scale score using table B.1. So you have to use this table. So again, there are age appropriate tables. So this child on which we are doing is age 6 year, 7 month. So you will use age appropriate table. So it is from age 6 year, 6 months to 6 year, 11 months.
ക്രീം
Right? And specifically this is for 6 year, 6 to 6 year, 8 month. And here for receptive, what is the score that we have got is 23. So where 23 is, let's see here. So 23 is coming here and the V scale score is 9. If we see the expressive, it is 79. So 79 is coming where? Here. And the V scale score is 11. After that, we are looking at written. So 13, V scale score is 11. Now we are looking at daily living skills. So in personal, you have got 55 and the V scale score is 11. Domestic, the score is 7. Again, the V scale score is 11.
ഗൗൺ
Community, the score is 16. Then
ഗൗൺ
what V scale score we have got is 10. Are you all able to follow how we are doing this?
Yes, ma'am.
Now for socialization and interpersonal relationship, you have got 35.
ലക്ക്
So 35 is come where, let's see here. The V scale score is 9. Then play and leisure skill, it is 36. You are getting score of 11. Coping skills, it is 10. So 10 is coming where here. Again, it is 9. So like this, we have followed, right? Are you all clear how we have to do this and write the V scale score for all these subdomains?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's what I've explained you here in details. The same thing with the arrows.
മാർച്ച് അല്ല മാർച്ച് മാർച്ച് മാസം മാർച്ച് മന്ത് മാച്ച്
Okay. So after this, what is the next step is we have to get the domain standard score. To get the domain standard score, first step is you are adding the V scale score for communication. So 11 plus 11 plus 9, you get 31. So it's for communication, 31. For daily living skills, if you have added 11 plus 11 plus 10, you got 32. So 32 is the sum of V scale scores. Then from socialization, you have got 29. And motor skills, 10 plus 9, you have got 19. Now you have to use another table that is from the appendix B2. And again, you have to look at the age appropriate table. I told you this child age is 6 years 7 months, and this table is applicable from 3 year to 6 year 11 month. Now, how to look at this table? So in communication, you have got the score, the sum of V scale score as 31. So locate where 31 is. So 31 is coming here. And in front of it, what is the standard score written? 72. Right? You have written 72. Now for daily living scale, how much score you have got? 32. So here is 32, and in front of it, what it is written is 73. So 73 is written. Now for socialization, what is the score is 29. So 29, if we circle here in front of it, 70 is written. Right? And then you have done motor skills. So in motor skills, how much you have got? 19. So 19, if we spot here, in front of it, 67 is written. Are you all able to follow this step, how to get the domain standard score?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, so what you have to do, you have to do the sum of domain standard score. Yeah, so add them. So add 72 plus 73, 70 and 67. See how much you are getting? How much you are getting after adding?
280.
280.
280.
280 or 282?
280.
282.
7 plus 3 is 10, plus 2 is 12. Yeah?
282.
282.
282. So you will write 282 here, sum of domain standard score. Now, how to get the adaptive behavior composite? You will look at this table. See, here you have to look at and locate where 282 is written here. So if we see precisely here, 282 is here, 282, 283. And in front of it, 67 is written as standard score. Yeah, that is your ABC adaptive behavior composite, and the percentile rank is 1. Right? So what the 67 is indicative of, let's see. What is the interpretation of this? So to get the interpretation of this, I am using... Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
So 67 is coming under mild deficits. You got 67 as ABC, no? It is coming under mild deficits and the disability is 50%. Right? And you can write about like all the domains also, like communication. How much standard score you have got. Suppose there you have got 70. So it was coming under borderline. I remember for motor skill it was 67. So again, it was coming under mild deficits. So you can write about each and every domain also. What is the interpretation? And what is the ABC interpretation? Am I clear with this or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah. So using this table, you can write about the domains that we have done previously. Like 72 is coming under what category? For communication. Daily living skills is coming under, like communication is in borderline. Daily living skill is again borderline. Socialization is borderline, but motor skills are in what deficit? It was mild deficits. And overall ABC is also coming under mild deficits. Right? Am I clear? So sometimes when you are doing no, you will be getting the clear cut idea where exactly the child is having more deficits. Yeah. So during this autism course, we do till here only. Yeah. We got the ABC and we have done the further interpretation also. I'm not going into the confidence interval, ranks, age equivalence, strengths and weakness. It will be very complex otherwise. Right? So in the reports also, if you are getting it from somewhere and you see the VABs is being done, it will be done till here only.
ക്യാച്ച് ഇവരൊക്കെ ഒരുപോലത്തെയാണ്.
That is to get more further details about the VABs testing. Okay. So I'm expecting that you all are clear with the parts that we have done about VABs in today's class and how to conclude and interpret.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So we have done our module 1 on testing and assessments about autism spectrum disorder. From next class onwards, we will start with behavior modification. Okay. So intervention part will be starting from the next class onwards. Yeah. And for that, you have an assignment to do. What you have to do, you have to read the theories. Some theories you have to read, that is classical conditioning, operant conditioning, and Bandura's social observational learning. Yeah, social learning theory. So read these 3 theories because they are so important when you are doing behavior modification. Okay.
മാച്ച് ക്യാച്ച്
So that's a small task to be done before your next class. Yeah. So that's it for today. Yes.
Going to share
Can we
some
get the
related
notes
എല്ലാത്തിനും ടി
for
Yeah. So
today's
sure.
class?
I think
for
till now
reading?
also you are getting all the notes for the testing that we have done.
കറക്റ്റ് ആക്കി എഴുതി
No, ma'am, we didn't go. We didn't get it, no?
You have not got the notes, the test. You have not got like cars, incline.
Yes, ma'am, we got.
No, madam. No, madam. We
No,
didn't get
no,
anything.
We got
Only
it
the
is
ma'am.
but
asking
we
for the
get the
password,
slides.
No, slides won't be shared. Definitely, only the testing that we are done.
Testing
Yeah,
have been shared. Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am,
yeah. So
reading
only the testing
material.
will be shared.
Reading material.
So in
Reading,
this,
can
see,
we get the reading material and notes, ma'am?
in this we don't have any reading material. No, these are all testing parts that we have done.
Okay, okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, how can we go for the practice then? If you want to do the practice for today's VAMs.
We will provide you the checklist for that. And I have told you how to do this. Plus, you will get the appendix. So
Ma'am,
definitely you'll be able to do that, no?
no, whatever you are telling, like whatever you are during the session, whatever you are explaining, we need to have some data related to that. Only then we can recollect. Otherwise, how will we learn, like read or repeat
We
about?
are giving you the we are giving you the testing materials for that. Rest, it is that much part only. Otherwise, what you have to do, you have to make your notes for that. Okay, Neil?
ആ വീട്ടിലെ ഡിക്ഷണറി ബുക്ക്
Okay.
ഇല്ലാത്തതുകൊണ്ട്
Yeah.
ഫോണിൽ നോക്കിയിട്ട് കണ്ടുപിടിക്കാം. അപ്പൊ
One more thing is that, like,
കൂടുതൽ മീനിങ്
can you share, like, you just now said we are done with module 1. So can you share the whatever you are having the list of modules? Can you share with us also? Like, we'll come to know, like, what all modules we are going to do and the details about the same.
You were not there in class 1 that day. I have already explained you that module 1 will be consisting of all the assessment part. Module 2 will be only behavior modification and module 3 will be sensory processing disorders, Neil.
Yeah,
That's it.
I lost my mother-in-law, so I was not here. I was out of station. So I
Ah,
couldn't
okay.
get it.
But
can
I
you
told
have
to the
any-
class that what all things we will be covering and how we are doing that.
Yeah, but
Right.
do you have anything in list format you can share with us?
അതും കണ്ടുപിടിച്ചിട്ട് വരണം.
I think you already have the brochure for the course, no?
തന്നിട്ടുള്ളൂ 5 വാക്യം നാളേക്ക്
No, I guess.
ഓക്കെ.
Oh.
പിന്നെ വേറൊരു കാര്യം
So in that, I think already it is written that there are testing what we are covering for autism. Apart from that, we will be covering the behavior modification part and plus sensory processing disorders. So that's the entire course.
Yeah, ma'am, please, if possible, if you have any reading material related to the same,
You will
that
get
will
all
be
the
very
reading
helpful.
materials. Yeah, you will get the reading materials. Don't worry.
Okay, because
So the parts that we have done, we try to share the testing part there and then only. I think most of the test till date has been shared with you, right?
അപ്പോൾ അത് അത്രേ ഉള്ളൂ, അത് ചെയ്തിട്ട് വരാം കേട്ടോ.
Yeah, we
നാളേക്ക്
have. I have
Yes.
received
Yes,
some forms
other
and all.
than the Finland.
ഓക്കെ ബൈ.
Yes,
Yeah,
we have
other than
received.
Finland. Finland we have just done today. So sir will share that Finland also with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ma'am, can you repeat
But
like
if we get
before?
a note same day, we can revise it, no, freshly.
Sir will send you definitely. This is what I'm telling you, no?
Ma'am,
Before
I think
starting
we
the
will.
are we
No,
doing
we
sensory
don't
profile?
Ma'am,
see.
can
Sensory
sir
profile
share
we
it?
will do, but that will be in sensory processing disorders, and that too we will be doing the short sensory profile, not the full sensory profile plus sensory processing measure.
So are we going to have a separate module on sensory processing?
I told you, no, module 3 is sensory processing. That's what happened. Module 1 was assessment, module 2 was behavior modification, module 3 is sensory processing. This is what I've told you.
Ma'am, the thing is, in the brochure given in the WhatsApp, the modules are not mentioned. Only a list of things that will be taken in the class.
So just in what we have done, no? So there we have done the topics. In the brochure, the topics were written, what all things will be there. But here in class 1, no, I have explained it, how we are going to take it as a module. Right?
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, this is our first assignment, right?
Yeah, you don't have to, you just have to read the theories. That's it.
Okay.
That's not like an assignment that you have to do, and no, you just need to read those theories because those are important.
You name those theories again.
It is classical conditioning, operant conditioning, and Bandura's.
Social learning theory. Social
Ma'am,
learning.
can you put it in the WhatsApp groups as a reminder so that
Yeah, we will put it on the WhatsApp group also. Don't worry.
Okay,
Ma'am,
thank you.
if you don't mind, can you share everything today, like what you have shared before? Can you share it again, ma'am?
Yeah, I'll ask sir to send you again. Okay, Divani?
All the reading materials till date.
Yeah, I'll ask sir. Don't worry.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay. So bye bye all. Good night.